Hi everybody, welcome to SEDA College Online Advanced English class, and I'm your teacher Lydia. I just want to wait for some more people to arrive. I also want to let you know that we have really great things available at sedacollegeonline.com, and we also have a wonderful podcast. So if you'd enjoy this lesson with me and you'd like to hear me talk some more and practice your listening, we have 9 episodes of a really cool podcast called SEDA Talk available on Spotify. This is really, really good for you to practice your listening, and I think it would be awesome if you guys would check that out. So I'm just kind of looking around here because I want to show you a couple of things that you're going to need for this class. First of all, your notebook. It's always really important to take notes when you are studying. The important thing about that is that the notebook allows you to not only have a visual memory of what you're learning, but a body memory when you write everything down with your pen. So make sure you have a notebook and a pen for the start of this lesson. I'm not sure what you might be doing. Maybe you're coming back from work. Maybe you're just getting off playing on the internet. I'm not sure, but I want to give people some time to get here and get to know us. So just going to give a little bit more time for that. I'd love to know if you guys could write down in the comments section where you come from, if you're a SEDA student, if you're visiting us, maybe you went to another school before and now you're checking out SEDA online, whatever it is, tell us a little bit about you, where you come from, if this is a new thing, taking English in class. I know this is advanced class, but some people learn a lot of English on their own and come to classes later on. So let me know. Let me know a little bit more about you in the comments section. We're so excited to be coming to you live, and all of these videos are going to be saved and you can access them after the live showing time. If you miss this or you want to show your friends or they miss it, let people know that all these videos will be available after this live viewing as well, okay? So don't be worried about that. Let me tell you a little bit more about me. So I'm a SEDA College teacher. My name is Lydia. I've been with SEDA College for a long time now, I think about 5 years, and I've done all kinds of fun things with the school, go on adventures to different parts of Ireland. I've been doing SEDA College Online for almost 3 years now since we started. And what else? We do a podcast, like I was saying. That's really fun and exciting. So yeah, I'm just happy to be part of the team and here with you guys, helping you learn as best I can. I come from Boston, Massachusetts originally. Actually, I come from Cape Cod, but most people don't know where Cape Cod is, so I say Boston. Anybody else do that when people don't really know where you're from? Yeah, everybody does. Boston people will be angry with me, but listen, they know. Not all of them are really from Boston anyway, and they tell you they are. What are we learning here? We're learning advanced level English, okay? So we're going to be checking up on some grammar, some reading activities, some vocabulary. I'm going to always do pronunciation with you. Pronunciation is going to be a huge focus for us. And you hear me say gonna. Gonna is really informal way of speaking, and normally you would want to say going to in a formal atmosphere. So I'm going to help you with your pronunciation as much as I can. I know that pronunciation is one of the most difficult things for learners, so we will go through all the words bit by bit and break down the pronunciation for you. So that will help you a bit with the lessons, okay? And what are we learning specifically today? Well, specifically today, we are learning dependent prepositions, and I will explain a little bit more about what those are. And this is going to be part of a series the next couple of days. Today, we're looking at adjective plus verb dependent prepositions. Okay? So, suggestions for further study, I would say always be reading, always be listening to podcasts, try and read newspaper articles about things that you're interested in. Definitely, I think a lot of students do not get enough exposure to other accents. They're very comfortable with my accent, an American accent, but students really need to expose themselves to more, Irish, English, Scottish, Australian, Canadian, Jamaican, like any other native English speaking accent, because it's going to make you a better listener and better able to communicate with people from all over the world. So those are some suggestions to help you study more. All right, I bet we have enough people here now. So welcome, guys. We're going to start the lesson. Periodically through the lesson, I'll stop and tell you to, ask some questions or whatever, and I will take the most common questions and try to answer them as best as I can. Okay? Thank you so much. Let's go on. So dependent prepositions. I think at this point, it's a really good time to review and check what are prepositions. So maybe just, boom, 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 thought bubble. Maybe just think about what dependent prepositions are. Like, have you heard of a preposition before? Let's break it down a little bit. I've got a definition for you here. A preposition is a noun, and it has 4 syllables. Preposition, okay? Preposition. It's a function word that typically combines with a noun phrase to form a phrase which usually expresses a modification or prediction from the original verb, adjective, or noun. And I just noticed I made a little mistake there. I wrote verd with a D instead of verb with a B. So listen, if you notice any little mistakes or anything, write them down. Let me know. Nobody's perfect. I do my best here, and we're trying to get to you live as quickly as we can. So let me know what those little mistakes are so I can improve. And it shows, guys, that you are on your stuff. You know what's going on, and I love to know that my audience is engaged and our students are learning with us. So the most important message to understand from that definition is that prepositions cannot stand alone, okay? There's no preposition out here like, I don't need anybody, I'm cool, whatever, I don't need friends. No, prepositions need friends. You can't just have to on its own or at on its own. They need something with them. They need to be like sandwiched between 2 other things, minimum, okay? So prepositions need friends. They cannot stand alone, much like people. Interesting. All right, let's move on. What is an adjective? It sounds like a philosophical question, like Shakespeare. To be or not to be? That is the question. Well, an adjective, I've given you the definition there, so maybe you can read it to me. If you said an adjective is a word that describes a noun, ding, 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 woo! You did awesome, because that's exactly what an adjective is. That's why I gave you the definition. I'll learn to wink someday. Adjective. Adjective, 3 syllables. It's a noun because it's a word that describes a noun. And maybe you're like, hey, teacher, what's a noun? Maybe you forgot the parts of speech. Well, do you remember what a noun is? I've refreshed here for you in this slide. It says a noun is a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. So I'm a noun, you're a noun. This lesson is a noun. Democracy is a noun. Dublin is a noun. This pen is a noun. Your computer is a noun. So there's nouns all around us. An adjective then is a thing, it's a word, therefore it is a noun. And here are some examples of adjectives. So I'm going to pronounce them all for you once, and then I might go through and ask you to say the opposite one, because we kind of have them arranged here with positive and negative, like opposites. So we have beautiful and ugly, kind and mean, shiny and dull, rough and soft, warm and chilly, delicious and disgusting, intelligent and unintelligent, uncomfortable, and comfortable. Okay, so now I'm going to say one, and I want you to say the opposite one. Okay? Beautiful. If you said ugly, great job. Chilly. If you said warm, awesome. Rough. If you said soft, go, good job. If you said comfortable, what would the opposite be if I said comfortable? If you said uncomfortable and you pronounced it correctly, wow, that is amazing, because that is such a hard word to pronounce. Uncomfortable, okay? Nobody says comfortable, and if they do, that's not how you say it. Nobody says that. Okay, maybe some people do, but I'm telling you right now, it just hurts my ears. Comfortable, okay? Comfortable, uncomfortable. Intelligent, unintelligent. Disgusting, delicious. Warm, chilly. Soft, rough. Shiny, dull. Kind, mean. Beautiful, ugly. Okay? So, if you got these, awesome job. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right? I'm going to say them one more time, and you can repeat after me. Beautiful. Ugly. Kind. Mean. Shiny. Dull. Rough. Soft. Warm. Chilly. Delicious. Disgusting. Intelligent. Unintelligent. Comfortable. Uncomfortable. Awesome. Great job, everybody. Now, if you're still having trouble with that pronunciation, sometimes it's about the formation of your mouth. So make sure when this video is posted later on, you check it out again. Maybe you can watch again and practice your facial expressions with me. I'm exaggerating mine a little bit to help you a little bit more, okay? So, alrighty then. Let's go on to the next. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions now. Do you remember what an adjective is? You might be looking around up here like, teacher, I don't know. Well, it's right there. I put it on the screen to refresh your memory. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Do you remember the definition of preposition? I'm going to give you a minute to check your notes. I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't want to scare you there, so I left for a moment so you can check your notes. Do you remember the definition of preposition? Let's go back and check. Preposition is a function word that typically combines with a noun phrase to form a phrase which usually expresses a modification or prediction. So, what did I say before? The most important things, prepositions cannot stand alone. They must have friends. Remember that. All right. So the other thing I want to ask you is, do you remember the examples of adjectives that were just here on the screen and I just flipped through them again? Take a think. Okay, you remember beautiful. Do you remember the opposite? Ugly. Yes, great job. Okay. Kind. Mean. Awesome. Intelligent. Unintelligent. Great job. Guys, you are super intelligent and you're doing amazing. And if you're taking notes, I'm so proud of you. All right, let's take a look back at all of them. Comfortable, uncomfortable. Intelligent, unintelligent. Delicious, disgusting. Warm, chilly. Rough, soft. Shiny, dull. Kind, mean. Beautiful, ugly. Okay. So what's next? We need to think about real life situations where we would use these adjectives and prepositions. So one of the first as adjective plus preposition combos that I'm going to introduce you to, combination, is addicted plus to. So here we have an example of that. The man says to the woman, "What's your favorite food?" What's your favorite food? Guys, if you have time and you want to put down what your favorite food is, that would be awesome because I love to get to know you guys better. One of my favorite foods is lasagna. Love lasagna. I love chocolate. Almost too many to name. So tell me what your favorite food is because I would love to know. I'm waiting. So the guy says to the woman in this picture, wherever it is, I don't know if it's to my left or my right, "What's your favorite food?" And she says, "I'm addicted to burritos." I'm addicted to Doritos. Maybe she's addicted to burritos too. Either way, she likes something that sounds like Eatos at the end. Yeah, she's addicted to Doritos. And what does addicted to mean? Well, let's check. Let's get to know. Adjectives plus prepositions. Here's some more examples. Addicted to, I'm going to tell you as an example, okay? That means you feel like you need something or you need something. Addicted, you could put that adjective with the noun addict. They come from the same word family. And an addict is somebody who is dependent on something. They need something. For example, you could say a drug addict feels like they need drugs. They have a physical and mental necessity for drugs. So the first example we have here is addicted to. Addicted plus to. So whenever you see this is a plus sign. And that's addition, right? Putting those two things together. Angry about. Angry about. So that's angry plus about. Dependent on. Dependent plus on. And again, I'm doing this, guys, so you have the right pronunciation for these. Please say them after me, okay? Hooked on. So here, when we see the ED, it actually sounds like a T. Hooked. Hooked. So you're making that kt sound at the end. Kt. Hooked on. Pleased plus with. Pleased with. Pleased with. No pleased. Okay? Pleased with. Very good. Good plus for. Good for. Good for. We say that one kind of fast. Good for. Good for. Responsible. Responsible. Responsible for. Responsible for. Helpful. Helpful. Helpful plus to. Helpful to. Remember to watch my facial expressions as well. It's really going to help you, okay? Helpful to. Capable, capable, capable plus of. Capable of, capable of. Obsessed. Here the ed is like a T again. T. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed with, obsessed plus with. Tired of, tired plus of, tired of. Aware of, aware plus of, aware of, aware of. Good, guys, this is great. You're doing an awesome job. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to just time 30 seconds for you guys to say these again, okay? I'm going to count to 30, and you try to say all of these again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, I can hear you, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you finish, count with me. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Listen, if you got to say all of those and you practice saying all of those in 30 seconds, great job. If you practice some counting with me after, awesome. Wonderful job. This is all about practice, guys. Practice makes perfect, and I'm here for you. So if you can think of any other things you want to practice, maybe there's some more numbers or something you want to practice, make a comment down here. Let me know. Okay, so let's review again. I'm going to say them in a random order, and you repeat after me. Examples of adjectives plus prepositions. Addicted to. Tired of. Obsessed with. Dependent on. Pleased with. Capable of. Hooked on. Helpful to. Responsible for. Good for. Pleased with. Aware of. Angry about. I think I got all of them. Let me know if I forgot one. Guys, you're doing so awesome. This is not easy stuff. And honestly, even just overpronouncing everything can make my throat a little sore. So if you're having a little difficulty, it's okay to just listen. And later on, when we post it again, you can practice with this again, okay? Repetition, repetition, repetition. That's what makes you amazing. All right. So we need to be able to use these adjectives plus prepositions in a sentence properly. And I know sometimes with my own students and learners, I hear them use, the right preposition maybe with the wrong adjective, or the right adjective, the wrong preposition. So we're just going to double check here on the next slide what the meanings are. All right, so this might help you put this in better focus. Addicted to, needing something, feel like you need something. Angry about is very negative to, or very negative towards something. Dependent on, you need something for something else. So you could say that, we're going to go and have a picnic out in the park, but it's dependent on the weather. We need to have the right weather in order to have the picnic. Hooked on, you feel you need something. And this one, I always embarrass my students because there's a great song from the 1970s that I always used to hear growing up, and it's called Hooked on a Feeling. And I'll sing it for you. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. So I'm hooked on the feeling of you being in love with me. All right. Don't want to embarrass you guys, but I want to sing to you sometimes. We're going to make this fun, get you engaged. All right. So that's hooked on. You feel like you need something. Pleased with. You're happy with something. So you could say you're very pleased with your lesson today, and I hope you are. Guys, I'm doing my best for you here, and we can do this together. Good for. Something benefits something else. So you could say, Grandpa's new acting class is really good for him. Grandpa is really enjoying his acting class. Like, you feel like it's good for him to participate in this class. It makes him happy. Responsible for. To have control or charge of something. So you could say, I am responsible for buying the groceries in this house. So you go and buy things at the shop, the food, everything like that. That's your responsibility in the house. Helpful to. Something that helps something else. So you could say that the neighbors are very helpful to my mother. They always offer to do things in the garden, and they're great neighbors. They're very helpful to her. Capable of. Capable is able to do something. So you are capable of learning English and being great at speaking English. You just need to practice. You're very capable of being a great English speaker. Obsessed with. Highly focused on something, really, really into something that it takes up all your thoughts. So maybe when you were a teenager, maybe you were obsessed with something. Maybe now you have a hobby or something that takes over a lot of your thoughts. I could say one of my friends is obsessed with video games. Tired of. Maybe you're overexposed to something. You see it too often. It's just too much. You're frustrated. You don't want to be exposed to this anymore. You're tired of K-pop, or you're tired of Britney Spears. I don't know. Britney Spears would be kind of an old reference, but yeah. You're tired of something, you see it too much, you hear it too much, and you don't want it anymore. Aware of, to be conscious of something, to have it in your consciousness and understand it. We always say it's important to be aware of your surroundings, the things happening around you, so you can take the best action for yourself, okay? So let's take a moment to review these again one more time. Addicted to, you need something. Angry about, negative to something. Dependent on, you need something for something else. Hooked on, you feel you need something. Pleased with, you're happy with something. Good for, something benefits something else. Responsible for, to have control or to be in charge of something. Helpful to, something helps something else. Capable of is able to do something. Remember, STH is something. Obsessed with, highly focused on something. Tired of, overexposed to something. Aware of, to be conscious of something. So I'm aware of the time, and I'm going to make sure I use your time as best I can. So great work, guys. If you got through this whole lesson, you've done amazing. We've also prepared a handout with exercises for you to practice these dependent prepositions. Next time, we're going to look at some more dependent prepositions, next time with verbs and then with nouns, okay? So I'm really excited for you to be learning with me. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us here at SEDA College Online. Remember, we have a podcast on Spotify that you can check out, and I really appreciate your time. So this is Teacher Lydia saying thank you from SEDA in Dublin, and have a great day.